Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now, 1st and 10. Here's Royce Freeman, the first carry for the rookie. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go. Roger. Down.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Keenum on 1st down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on a big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Keenum. Dancing to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing is Keenum. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Flush to his right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for the Broncos on 3rd. 49 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Keenum. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big time
into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. After the penalty, here's Freeman. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10. Detroit! Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Over.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he powers his way up past the 30.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And he's got Rodgers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Now a first down carry by Bell. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. Room here to run. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Gone. Watch him now, Barney.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. Flushed out right. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here.
All right, now, look at 56.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'd open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end. But running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB.
4 down.
Shotgun snap for Keenum. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards on the play. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And his throw is incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. A solid pass breakup that time by Joe Hayden.
Good to see him out there on the field, moving around, playing well. Joe Hayden, if you talk to the NFL guys, when you list the best corners in the game, Joe Hayden's name always comes up for reasons we just saw, just like that.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Keenum. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now out come the Steelers. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. It's that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something?
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 3rd and long, it's Rudolph. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And that was a young pup, the rookie being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
I know you feel that.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Denver right after this. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Out of the gun, Keenum. Wide open receiver complete. And the Steelers signal for another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They do snap it to Keenum. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Keenum. Complete out right to Jake Butt. Able to push his way through. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The Broncos in their hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Detroit!
On 2nd and 10, Rudolph over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Rudolph on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. After the interception, here's Keenum. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Thomas, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Bell, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Rudolph looking to throw it, eluding the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. Man open left side is Brown. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
On second down, here's Rudolph. He's going to air one out. That's inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They go play action here on first down. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Watch him now, Barney.
Rudolph goes underneath for Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And this is going to be incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And Boswell's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can get a little bit closer this time.
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Stand down.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Ryan Shazier coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Roger. Hey, orange.
Working from the gun, Keenum. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. Here's Marquette King now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And oh my, mistake there. Backs up, takes a fair catch at the 3-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he roams across the 20 to the 20. On second and short.
Hitting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Gone, 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 gone. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Here's Rudolph now on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brown. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Here's Rudolph. Escaping the pressure right. He finds an opening past the 40. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
On first down, it's Rudolph. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Roger. We got hot. 20. Hey, orange.
Keenum to throw on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Terrell Edmunds. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And he's got it up and through. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. And Denver getting set to take the field. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now the pitch to Freeman. It's a room to maneuver. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Stand down. Hey. Stand down.
Keenum on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Rudolph following the fumble recovery. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
A give to Bell. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Detroit!
Rudolph throwing on 2nd down. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. In for the score. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And he had time there. I mean, you give any quarterback that length of time, he'll make you pay.
It just puts way too much stress on guys trying to cover downfield because, as you said, you that much time in the pocket, he can scan the field, find the open person. That's exactly what happened there. And what was the end result again?
Touchdown. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Denver getting set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing is Keenum. He's going to let this one go deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Roger.
On first down, Keenum. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tried to get that one to Jake Butt, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Second and 10. Keenum here again. Drops it underneath for Booker. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make it 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Keenum to throw again. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
To throw is Keenum. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. T.J. Watt. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. A shotgun snap for Keenum. This is Booker on the dump off. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Keenum. Flush to his right. Oh, he stays up, and he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And McManus able to put it through. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? They've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So now they'll try the end around. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Now it's Rudolph. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green.
The give is to Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Pittsburgh, the win is a good one for morale, but little else as they move to 3-8. And they will head home next. Denver, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.